Your turtle has started breathing through its mouth, tilting while swimming, or refusing to have food. Don't panic. But don't wait either. The first 24 to 48 hours time are very important. And what you do during this time can make a big difference while you're arranging for a veterinary treatment. Vanakkam Turtle family, this is Ram from Miami. Respiratory infection is one of the most common illness in pet turtles. Many turtle owners either ignore their early signs or start giving random medicines. Neither of this is a good idea. In today's video, I'll tell you what supportive care you can give at home, why it helps, and when it is time to see a reptile veterinarian. Let's understand what respiratory infection is. Think of it like a pneumonia in people. When the lungs starts becoming inflamed, the turtles struggle to breathe normally. You may also observe they may be floating sideways, open mouth breathing, mucus around the nose, clicking sounds, frequent basking, loss of appetite, and unusual weakness. Turtles are generally very good at hiding these signs, and by the time you notice these signs, the infection may already be developed. Suppose if my turtle has a respiratory infection, the first thing I will focus on is the environment. Medicines work better when the turtle's body is functioning properly. Imagine your turtle body is cold, the metabolism reduces, their immunity system becomes weaker, and the recovery becomes much harder. For most turtles with suspected respiratory infections, the water temperature should be 27 to 28 degrees Celsius. The basking temperature should be 32 to 34 degrees Celsius. So what we are aiming here is for gentle, stable warmth, not overheating. What if your turtle doesn't have a water heater in? This happens most common. Suppose you don't have a water heater and your turtle is going through a respiratory infection. What you can do in the daytime is giving a proper basking area so the turtle can regulate its body temperature. But at nights, what you can do is put them in a container with a warm cloth around it so that the temperature can be maintained as stable as possible. Avoid keeping near the open windows or open drafts like fans or air conditioner, and avoid any temperature fluctuations at night. These are temporary measures. Remember, these are not replacement for a proper aquarium heater. Let's talk about the UVB. Many people switch off their UVB when their turtle falls sick. Please don't. The UVB should run 10 to 12 hours a day, giving them a proper day and night cycle. It will help the turtle support the calcium metabolism and also the overall health. Now let's talk about dry docking. Dry docking doesn't mean keeping your turtle in a dry place throughout the day. Your turtle still needs hydration. Dry docking simply means giving your turtle a warm, dry environment between a supervised soaking sessions so that your turtle can rest, breathe comfortably, and bask fully. But this dry docking may help certain infections only, and it should be done carefully and isn't ideal for every respiratory infections. Even while dry docking, your turtle still needs supervised soaks. Use clean warm water that reaches roughly about bottom of their shell or just deep enough for their comfortable drinking and hydration without forcing the turtle to swim, especially if they are weak. And allow the turtle to soak for about 15 to 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day, and gently dry them before returning to the warm dry area. Here, hydration is very important, especially if your turtle is not eating. Many turtle owners ask me whether the vitamins can help them cure a respiratory infection. Many vitamins that are balanced can be used for your turtle if it is intended for a reptile and used exactly as per the manufacturer's instruction. Here the vitamins just provide a supportive care. It does not cure the bacteria that is causing the respiratory infection. So, don't rely on vitamins alone. This is something most turtle owners misunderstand. If a respiratory infection is caused by the bacteria, no amount of warmth or vitamins can eliminate the infection. Warmth or the vitamins can help support the immunity system, but it can never replace the antibiotics when they are needed. A proper reptile veterinarian can help you choose whether the antibiotics are appropriate, and tell you what exact medicine and the dosage should be given to your turtles. Let's understand how nebulization works. Some reptile vets recommend nebulization in certain respiratory cases. The idea is the medication is delivered directly into the respiratory system as a fine mist. It helps the medication reach the lungs more effectively. However, nebulization should only be done under proper vet's guidance because the medication, concentration, and the treatment schedule depends entirely on a turtle's condition. Let's understand when you should see a vet immediately. A supportive care can be helpful, but it has its own limits. Let's understand you've been giving supportive care for 2 to 3 days or even a week, but you haven't seen any improvement. The turtle cannot submerge properly underwater. They're tilting sideways, open mouth breathing, excessive mucus around the nose, extremely tired, and not been eaten for over weeks. And these are the situations where professional help is important. This is the biggest lesson I want you to remember. Many turtles will recover after a proper reptile's guidance, only to become sick a weeks later. Why? Because the environment has never been fixed. If you still keep the environment, for example, if you're keeping the water cold, not giving a proper basking area, or you're not fixing the water quality, the problem will still occur. Imagine, like for example, you're trying to fix a leaking roof without repairing the hole. The problem comes back. Respiratory infections can be serious, but it is also one of the most preventable health problems in pet turtles. A stable environment, proper heat, clean water, adequate basking setup can help save your turtles early. Supportive home care can help while you're arranging a veterinary treatment. But if the infection is moderate or severe, do not delay getting a professional help. If you are not sure if your turtle symptoms looks like a respiratory infection, or if you would like me to review your setup and identify the possible causes, do not hesitate to DM me on my Instagram at my.ame to book a consultation. And if you did like this video today, please do click like, share and subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notification so you get notified every time I share a turtle care videos. See you on the next.